good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode number 2 of JKLMprov's Improvisations on a Theme, Creativity. We did this last week. We're going to do this 2 weeks more. So if you keep with us, on February 4th, you'll be able to see us work and improvise with author Teresa Clark Sanders. On January 21st, next week, Lisa Clark O'Neill, author, and tonight, author Karen Sims, author of a lot of books, more than I could bring into the room, but including the Of Love and Madness series, which we will hear about some tonight. So Karen, if you could go ahead and turn your camera on. Now, those of you who have never seen an improv show, or even if you have, an improv show normally takes improvisation from the suggestions of the audience, but we can't see you tonight, so we will get our suggestions from an interview. We are asking creative people, Karen, about creative things, the fact that she's an author and who actually writes books, which is something that amazes us all. So we will talk to her, she will talk to us, and from that we will take inspiration. We're not going to try to recreate the stories that she tells. We will just do whatever we decide to do. So let's turn this over to Kate for the start of our interview.
Fabulous. Karen, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
We are so excited to learn about you. So the first thing I kind of want to ask is just, like Mark said, the fact that you wrote a book blows my mind because I could never do it. So tell me, how did you get into writing?
I joke around and say that when I was a kid, I hated when my favorite books would end. So I would try to continue those stories. So like when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, I would keep writing the book. It never worked. The stories ended where they should have ended, which is, I mean, you should know that when it's over, it's over. But I kind of had the bug then. And so I tease and say I invented fan fiction way back in the years. So, but then I started writing when my kids were really young, and there was never any time for that because I had 4 of them and they were very busy. And so there wasn't a whole lot of time, but I did become a journalist, and I was a newspaper reporter and editor for over 20 years. So I did that. And then a few years ago on my birthday, I believe 2013, I think, I decided to give myself a gift, and I sat down and started to write. And I haven't stopped. Well, I stop sometimes when I shouldn't, but I've been writing since then.
Wow. So did you have an idea of what you wanted to write, or did you just say, we're going to make something happen? We're going to make magic?
I don't know if other writers might have the same kind of thing, but I used to dream my stories. I would wake up and have almost a fully fleshed out story in my head. So I had a story going through my head, and one of the things, my first forays years and years and years ago was in historical romance, which I'm really not a big fan of, but I was at the time. That wasn't working for me. I tried a few other things, but then one of the things they always say is write what you know. So being married to a musician, I wrote about being a musician's wife, and the story started from there. It didn't stay along the lines that I started it at, but having that background and knowing people in the business and other musicians and other spouses of musicians and girlfriends and so on. So that's what got me started. And that's what my first book series is about, a musician.
Very cool. Now, you said you were a journalist before. Do you have any like training in writing or journalism or English? I
didn't. And I have to say, a lot of my writing friends are former attorneys. So, I mean, it's like, I feel like I'm in pretty good company.
Really?
Because, I mean, so many of them, especially romance writers, are former attorneys. So I don't know what makes you go from being an attorney to a romance novelist, but I would have never guessed. That's cool. I got to think of like my lawyer friends now and be like, in 20 years.
I know where you're gonna be. My other letters, do you have any other questions?
Yeah. Karen, hi.
Hi.
You talk about write what you know. Where does the line between write what you know versus semi-autobiographical, where does that go? How much of your life, how much of your own biography?
There are scenes in all of my books that happened, but it's not a memoir. It didn't happen in those orders. There is a scene in my first book, and it's a pretty crappy one, of what the husband does, and it's not the worst thing that he does. So don't. I know, Lori. I know you know them all. That's not it. But there was a scene. I don't know if I should go into it, but there was a scene. My husband had way too much to drink. I was 38 weeks pregnant, 39 weeks pregnant. And he had to be carried home by his bandmates. And when he got home, he didn't even know where we lived when they got him home. Well, here I'm thinking I could go to labor at like any second. And he's not going with me. So when he got up in the morning, I was gone. I had left, and he called everybody we know to try to find me. I used that in my book because it was it happens. And then in another one of my books, there's a story, and the heroine it's not one of my most popular books. The heroine isn't very popular because she does a lot of stupid things. I'm sorry. I think as women, we do a lot of stupid things. I think we all do stupid things. So not everybody is a heroine that we all want to look up to. Some of us are just real flawed people. So my husband and I were talking about he didn't like the character, and he told me he didn't like the character. And I said, that's based on me, right? And he was like, well, then you were an idiot. You were a jerk. And well, we didn't talk for 2 days.
I don't blame you on that one. Well, I think Lori, that'd get your question.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. That was great information. So now we are going to present to you how you got into writing.
Okay.
Hey, listen, man, I get it. I get it.
You get it?
Everybody wants to be the hero of their own story. But take it from me, your longtime friend, Billy, I'm sorry, you were just an idiot. You're the bad guy here.
I'm the bad guy? I'm the bad guy because I was tackled on the 1 yard line and cost us the state championship. I'm the bad guy?
Yeah. You know how many lives you ruined right there? 63 lives. All of us and all of the cheerleaders. I don't care about the band.
Yeah, I was about to say, right?
63 of your friends, peers, classmates, neighbors ruined right there because you're a klutz.
Look, I've not been able to, since we graduated, I've not been able to leave it down. I can't get into college. I legitimately got a rejection letter from the local Delaney Community College saying, sorry, you're not accepted because you were tackled on the 1 yard line. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I got fired from my dad's bank. You know why? He looked at me and said, hey, I'd love to hire you, but nobody likes a loser.
Look, Robert, I'm sorry. If I would go back, if I could go back in time, and yeah, I was tackled, but I know it had more to do with the fact that I had 2 left feet. I would put a left foot on my right foot, or vice versa. I really would, but I can't. I can't get up from the 1 yard line. It's
well,
it's in the history books.
Have you considered doing something, I don't know, brave and courageous to make up for it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was like, you know what? I am going to, I'm going to volunteer for the Peace Corps. I'm going to volunteer for the Peace Corps. And you know what? Get as far away.
No, nobody cares about the Peace Corps.
Officer.
Yeah.
I have to get to that crime scene. This could be my big break.
This
I've
year,
been writing.
this year
I've
crime
been
scene.
writing the whole. Yes, this crime scene. I've been writing horoscopes for 3 years. This is my big break.
You
It
got
was right here on the scene.
Hey, kid, you got a badge?
I got these.
That's ears. That's ears there. I need a badge. If you have a badge, I can let you through. But otherwise, I gotta leave this here crime scene. I am in charge of securing the perimeter.
I got a badge right here.
Oh, you do have.
I got a badge right here. I do have a badge.
All right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of blood, but I suppose
That's
I
fine.
can let you
I'm
in.
cool with all the blood.
Hey, before you go, what you got for Aquarius?
Aquarius?
Aquarius.
You want tomorrow, the week, or the month?
Whatever's best. Give me the best one.
Aquarius. Let's see.
Yeah.
You will meet a handsome stranger,
Oh.
and he will change your life forever.
That's not a bad one, actually. Hey.
185 signs of the zodiac walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve any you kind in here." The 185 signs of the zodiac say, "Why are you so crabby?"
Ladies, come on in. Ladies, get in here, please.
Yeah.
Does everyone have their glasses of wine?
Oh, yeah.
Clinkety clink.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies, well, I dedicate it to you, but I would like to dedicate the first sip to the inaugural meeting of Wives of Computer Programmers. Because Lord knows we have it rough.
Woo!
Oh, no kidding.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but my husband Ralph. I mean, just the other day, I didn't have my top on, and I got his attention. He turned away from the monitor, like he was writing some program, and he turned to me and he looked at my chest and he looked at my nipple and was like, "That's a 0." I'm like, "Oh, looks like a 0."
Oh, he did not.
He did. All he sees is ones and zeros. Apparently, my nipple looks like a 0.
They're just
Sharon,
the worst.
I can't believe that.
They're the worst.
They are.
So,
are you going to leave him?
I don't. I mean, he's in the times that I've just been able to get him away from the keyboard. He's great. He's fantastic. But the other 95% of the time, I don't know. I don't know.
Have you tried like getting a hobby with him? You know, like sometimes they say like do something that you both can enjoy. Have you tried that?
I suggested that, and he was like, "Well, we could play World of Warcraft together." I'm like, "Oh no, sweetie."
Oh.
Okay, let me ask you this. How is romping across a muddy wasteland, I'm playing both as, I don't know, orcs? I guess that's something in World of Warcraft, I guess. How is that considered bonding or romantic? Like, I mean, please, ladies, insight.
Rogers.
I got nothing.
Rogers. Rogers, get into my office.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, both of you is fine. I'm actually going to yell at her, but it's your fault too. You were there.
Okay.
Listen to this, Rogers. This is your byline from yesterday's big fire.
Clarification, have you started talking to her or me yet?
It's your fault too, because you're the senior reporter.
Okay.
But you're the one who wrote this crap. Listen to this. June 21st, 1983, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Great so far. Great, wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Judy Rogers. Great, that's your name. I don't like it very much, but that's your name. It was a dark and stormy night as brave firefighters charged through the darkness, wondering what they would face as they came to the fire.
Well, that's what happened, though.
No! That's not what happened. Shut up.
Okay.
That's not what happened. What happened was you forgot when, where, why, how. That's it. Firefighters put out, done. 2 column inches.
Where? It was at that house. when
Right,
it was
right,
a dark
right.
and stormy night.
Right. Wait. At the house. The 3-story Tudor mansion with 17. You described this for 4 paragraphs. You talk about what color the curtains are. Nobody. Tolstoy doesn't write that kind of detail.
Sir, if I could step in for just a moment and just say one thing about the piece, I'm not going to lie. I just reading the piece, I can almost hear a raven cawing in the background.
It's not Poe. It's a police report. Brevity is the soul of wit. Learn it.
And that scene. Awesome. Karen, you can come back on. I'm just saying I'd probably read the news a lot more if it was written like that. So keep up the good work on the
Well, that's why you
journalism.
have lifestyle editors.
Yes,
That's what I
exactly,
did.
right? That's like perfect.
You can
Awesome.
Is that what
describe
you
the
did?
curtains then.
Yes, I would like 4 pages of details about where a fire occurred. That's how I enjoy my life. But all right, so we kind of got how you got into writing. Now I want to kind of talk about your process of writing. So when you are ready to write and it is time to get going, what physical things do you do? What do you have to have?
Oh, I used to like to wear this old sweater, but I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
So I should probably find it because I probably need it.
Now, are you like a computer person? Do you handwrite?
Yes. Yeah, no, after 20 some years of taking notes at meetings and so on, my handwriting is so bad that only I could read it. And then I need to read it quickly. So if I was writing, I mean, my handwriting is terrible now. So I would have a hard time reading back what I wrote. So I wouldn't want to do that anymore. No, I use the computer. I need quiet. I need to write first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And if I'm stuck, I take a shower.
Oh, okay.
Because the best ideas come in the shower.
True.
I don't know why that's true, but it's true.
Yeah.
And
now, have you ever been stuck? So if you get stuck, you jump in the shower, you usually get an idea. Have you ever been stuck for longer periods of time where the shower didn't do the trick?
Yeah, I did. And I think I have a really hard time. I need to disconnect.
Okay.
So I do something which I think they're called Pomodoros, and you set 25-minute timer, write for 25 minutes, no distractions, no phone, no nothing. And then you count up your words. The last week or so, I've been going back and doing 1 hour and doing it that way, because I find if I do the 25 minutes and then 5 minutes and then go back for 25 minutes, sometimes I don't make it back for that second 25-minute jaunt. I might end up going and doing so many other things. Next thing I know, it's 3 o'clock and it's like, oh, what's the point of writing now? I mean, my ideas are.
Now, do you write from your house? Do you like to write?
Yes.
You always from your house?
I do. I do. Well, if I try to go to Maine once a year if it's possible. I have family up there, and I feel that better than a shower, anything, that I feel very rejuvenated and very creative after being up there. It's like everything opens up and all my ideas come. And I've actually set my part of my last 2 books were set up there. So I love Maine and I love being there, and I write up there. But sometimes I just will sit there and notice. I hear the birds. I feel what the sun feels like on my skin, what the grass smells like, or whatever. And those little details you can plug in later, and your character might be sitting outside thinking about something. And, now you're like, okay, well, you remember what it feels like to sit outside, what it smells like, what the ocean sounds like.
Yeah.
So those are like little things to add the color. Like after you write your rough draft, then you could go back and add your color. I do several process. I can't write, edit, and then move on and then say, okay, well, these chapters are done. I go, I've got to go through it over and over and over again.
So multiple edits.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. All right. Anybody else have any questions about her process?
Yeah. When you're writing, what's I've read books where somebody is only concerned about historical accuracy. This person was in this place, I'm going to put it in. Or where people will describe food ad nauseum, but won't tell you that somebody entered the room. What do you feel is, in your style, in your writing, what do you feel is most important? The story, yes, but what kind of details do you like to put in?
Sometimes I need to go back and add more of those details. I think I'm very, maybe because I like to talk, but my dialogue is my strongest talent, I think, is dialogue. So sometimes I need to go back and I had to learn not to, she hung up the phone and she walked to the door and she turned the doorknob and opened the door. Nobody needs that much detail. You could say she put the phone down and answered the door. It's like, so, it's a learning process, but you don't want to do the other thing, like describe, like how beautiful this garden is and it's wonderful and everything. And then forget the fact that, the clown car pulled up in the driveway and 16 clowns just got out, because you're talking about that blue of the hydrangeas was just spectacular. So it's like, oh, by the way, there's something else happening.
Awesome.
That answers your question.
No, I think so. I think we got more than enough. So now we present to you your process.
Okay.
Are you relaxing? Are you still relaxing? Okay, one more time relaxing. Look at you, you're relaxed.
I am relaxed.
I know, I told you, honey, I told you, Maine is beautiful. It's like relaxation central.
Yeah, the birds, the air.
Yeah.
That's a boat. Hear that horn?
It's a boat.
It's a boat.
There's a boat.
Wow. I honestly didn't think that I could feel this peaceful.
Yeah. I mean, you're noticing things and hearing things and using your senses.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. Makes you feel alive.
Yeah. Boy, for a couple of moments there, I didn't even remember about that busload of kids. It's great.
What?
All right,
honey?
Cooper. What we got here is a failure to communicate. We need some dialogue.
We need to take the train and pull it into the communication station.
Yeah. We need to raise the flag of speech. And do it honor.
That's right. We need to dig a trench, a depression in the ground, and we need to fill it with words between us.
Words between it. Many words between us.
All right, let's. All right, I think we're letting the words get in front of the words, preventing us from having words with one another. So let's just get down to the words. Just the words, Lorraine.
Just the words. Just the words, Cooper. Yeah.
All right, Lorraine.
Yeah. So you understanding my words here, Cooper?
I think I'm understanding.
Are you understanding what I'm wording here?
Yeah, Lorraine, if this was like a sandwich shop, a deli, I would say my level of understanding is about where the sandwich is about 3/4 past the crappy vegetables, but before when they put the meats on the sandwich. So right about there. So pretty good.
185 words walk into a bar. Bartender says, word. Words say, word.
Wait.
No.
What?
No, I am not. I am not getting on the Hogwarts Express this year. No,
But Harry, you must.
I am not going back to the castle without my favorite jumper. And that
Harry.
is...
Harry, they're going to leave without us, and then I'm not going to be able to get us there because I cannot break the rules. So you're gonna get on that express. Get on it.
Hermione, you don't understand how much that jumper means to me.
What? Tell me, what does it mean to you, Harry? Because it's a piece of clothing.
It's a piece of clothing.
I'm sorry.
Where do I begin? My explanation will be so profound, Hermione, that it will take the curls out of your brown frizzy hair. That jumper means the world to me. It means more than my parents did. It means more than Hedwig did. That's what that jumper means to me. So, no, I will not be getting on that magical locomotive without that piece of cloth.
So this is probably a bad time to say that I brought some things to Goodwill about a week and a half ago. This is probably a bad... Let's just go get some butterbeer on the train. Let's get on the train. We'll forget...
Hermione, what all did you take to go, just magically whisk away to Goodwill? Please humor me.
There was some old spell books. There was a Marduk's map that didn't work anymore. There was your jumper. There was a hat I wore that I never would wear again.
Wait, wait, Hermione, I'm sorry. What was after the broken Marauders map, but before the hat?
I think it was me turning to this side instead of this side.
Oh, yes, but what else, Hermione?
Oh, just some clothing, Harry! It's our last year at Hogwarts. You should be wearing your robes. You don't need a jumper. It's inappropriate.
Look, Hermione, the jumper has begun to define me more than this birthmark that was given to me by Voldemort.
You can't say his name, Harry!
Voldemort!
Stop!
You called?
Oh!
And that's C! Come on back. Oh, but you can't say his name. That's part of it.
Oh.
That's part of it. Karen, come on back on. I know that was exactly your process.
It was very much so. Mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you so much. Perfect. All right. So we talked about how you got into writing. We talked about your process. I want to know, and I know this might be asking about like choosing between children, and I don't want to put you in this position, but do you have a favorite character you've ever written for?
Yes, I do.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Can you tell us about,
I love Billy. But the favorite character to write is probably Joey. Is that who you're thinking, Lori? Yeah, Joey.
Lori's clapping.
Yeah, Joey was the best friend of. He was a secondary character. I actually won an award for him for best secondary character. So
That's
I was
awesome.
like so excited. Yeah, I was totally floored. I did not expect it. Some of the other writers at this conference, and when they called my name, my daughter gave me an elbow right to the ribs to get up, and she was like, Joey. So, everybody loved Joey. So
And now was Joey in a series of books? Was it just in one individual? A series.
Yes. Yeah.
And then if you had to describe Joey, how would you describe this person?
He was my heroine's gay best friend. He's funny. He was very funny, very irreverent, sarcastic. There was just something about him. He had a rough childhood, but he did really well for himself. And I think one of my early readers described him as the Greek chorus, that comes in a story. And so, everybody loved him. I still get requests to write his story.
That's what I was just going to ask. He's a secondary character in a book, but has not been a spin-off.
No.
Okay.
But I've been asked to do it. I don't know that I could do it, but.
Now, did he have, when you were writing for him, is there a reason, I know you were giving some words, is there a reason he's your favorite to write for? between writing for him and writing for another character?
For some reason, he came, maybe because I'm sarcastic. So that sarcasm came to me really easily. I used to, it was just so easy to write him. I think that in another life, I was a fabulous gay guy. He came to me so easily. My male characters do come to me a lot easier than my females. It's so much easier to write guys. Whereas the same is not always the same for men writing women. I think as women, especially in romance, sometimes when guys are writing girls, we're like, no, women never say that. They never think like that. They would never do that, ever. And those words that you're using, nobody uses those. So it's like, but for me, even my editor said, when I sit down and start writing Billy, she's like, you've got him cold. But Kate, my heroine, was like, it was pulling teeth. The guys, pretty easy.
That's so interesting. Very cool. Anybody have any follow-up questions?
In improv, sorry, go ahead.
A lot of authors talk about how the characters themselves, like they take on life, and the characters direct the narrative. Like you think that you have such and such plot point planned out, but then the characters did something else. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, the joke is you have a plot and your plans, and then the characters go, oh, hold my beer. For me, especially with that first book and that series, even though I'm on my 9th book, that series is still my most popular. I still to this day sell more copies of that first book than any of my other books combined. That first book is the one that everybody buys. And then since there's several in the series, it's a pretty good deal. But when I first started writing, it was like Joey, my favorite character, Kate, the heroine, and Billy, the hero, were in the backseat of the car. As I would drive to work every morning, and on my way to the newspaper, the three of them were in the backseat arguing, trying to tell me how it really happened. So, no. Joey would be like, no, don't listen to him, because Joey and Billy hated each other. So I had a lot of great back and forth with the two of them. But they were like, shut up, I'm speaking, listen to me. And sometimes I would have to look in the rearview mirror because I was pretty sure there were people back there. And then I would get to work and I would send myself a quick email to remember when I got home, everything they told me in the car. So it was like, I just said, okay, I'm just here for the ride. You tell me where we're going and let's go. That's pretty much, I wish it was all that easy, but.
Awesome.
Have you ever killed a character even though you didn't want to because the story demanded it?
Yeah. Although people Lori, sit down. Although people would say the story didn't demand it. I beg to differ. You did it anyway. But yes, I've killed off a few people.
I'm sure they richly deserve it.
I don't like. I can't make believe somebody I don't like and kill them off, because if God forbid something happened to them in real life, I would. Oh, yeah, I couldn't do that. So that I can't do, but.
Absolutely. All right, cool. Well, then we are now going to present to you a delve into the characters.
Boy, if you two imaginary friends don't learn to get along, I am never going to get some sleep.
But he keeps laughing.
Well, she keeps making fun of me.
Guys, come on. It's been 14 years. I mean, first of all, I should be over this by now. I shouldn't still have imaginary friends.
You shouldn't sleep with pull-ups either, but here we are.
But you gotta cut me some slack. How about a schedule? How about just I take you for a week, and then Jill, I take you for a week, and then Bonzo, a week for you, and then I come back. Is that okay?
Wait, you finally acknowledge you have more than two imaginary friends after 14 years? Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I'm gonna make this easy for you. You want two imaginary friends? You want two? Fine. I don't need you. There's people down the street who are dying for imaginary friends. Just enjoy your two.
Carol, I didn't mean. Great. Hey.
Okay, well.
I just broke up with my first girl.
I think she broke up with you.
Give me this, Jill. Come on.
You still have Bonzo, though.
Fine.
I hate clowns. That's why I never talk to you.
I'm going the way of
You're why I went to bed until I was 12.
I'm going the way of Carol.
Bonzo, don't leave me here alone with him.
So, Jill, it's just you and me.
Yeah, apparently.
How about going with me to prom?
Well, I'll be in your head, all right, but no.
Hey, Joey.
That's all right.
Hey, Joey.
Hey.
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 Why did you jump out of my pouch? You're too little.
Oh,
It's too scary out on the Australian savannah.
Mom.
Joey.
The tumbleweeds are getting more action and more excitement than I am. I can't stay in your marsupial motherly love forever. Hop, hop.
Joey, you listen to your mother.
Hop.
Okay? This is where you're protected. I mean, I am the one who's supposed to protect you. That's my job as a mother.
Mama, it smells like Mama Night in your pouch.
Good. That's why I put it in there. It's supposed to smell like your homeland, since obviously I'm doing such a good job raising you when you have an Australian accent and I do not. I'm instilling the culture.
Mom, I want just a little bit of kangaroo lace, if that's all right with you. Just
Say
a little
that
bit.
word again?
A kangaroo. I have a rough time pronouncing my K's.
Do you say kangarooation? I just did kangaroo.
Kangaroo leash. Just a little bit.
Well, I mean, I guess I can let you maybe like 5 minutes a day. Is that fair? Is that fair, Joey?
It's a start.
Okay, because you know what?
Bernice, I don't want to be a backseat driver here, but I think you need to slow down a little.
I have to get to work. I'm not dealing with this today. I have to get to work, and I have to get to work on time for once.
Bernice, you're not going to be on time if you get in a wreck or if you get pulled over.
I'm not going to get in a wreck, and I'm going to go faster. I'll outrun the cops.
You can't outrun the cops.
I can, and I will, just like in Chapter 3.
Chapter 3
of the book I'm writing in my head.
For chapter have you seen the end of Chapter 3?
Yeah, that's the spot where you die.
And that scene! How happy. Lovely, Karen, come on back on. Awesome. I'm sure that's exactly like how you molded all your characters.
I loved it.
Great. Perfect. Nailed it. All right. So for our final one, I know you've written, how many books have you said you've written?
I'm on my 9th.
So you're currently working on a book.
Yes.
Does that book have a title?
Shooting Stars.
Oh, Shooting Stars. Okay. So what we are going to do for you is since you helped us out because you came on our show, we're going to help you out. So we're actually just going to act out the whole book for you. So you can just like get notes and write it down. So before we start, I'm going to give you 15 seconds for you to tell us everything we need to know about this book.
This is the worst thing.
We're going to act it out. Ready, set, go.
15 seconds. Country musician, second chance romance, reconnects with his high school sweetheart and tries to get her back again. And he's got to get rid of the football captain of the football team.
And that's 15. I love it. That's literally all we needed. We got it. So now we present to, oh no, I forgot the title of the book. Say it again.
Shooting Stars.
Shooting Stars.
Thank you. We now present to you Shooting Stars.
Hey, Jerome. Jerome,
Yeah.
go along.
Ooh,
Damn.
Carl, that was a good shot. That almost hit me in the neck. It's like
Yep.
you were aiming for my jugular, but I know you wouldn't do that, Carl.
Yeah, because, you're the star quarterback. We need you.
I almost hit my right earlobe. Wow, I've almost hear a little bit of ringing in my ear.
I'm using the big bullet.
Oh, nice. All right. Oh, that one just skinned my head. It's a good shot, though, Carl. It's a good shot. Yep.
Tell you what,
Yep.
maybe we should try this another way. How about a chess game between you and me to the death?
You just keep listening to that country music over and over again. I think your head is just in the clouds.
Can I say it's a good day?
It is a good day. You're right. It's a beautiful
day.
day. I think you're just
Yeah.
getting your expectations too high. I mean, like, guys aren't the way that they're portrayed in country music. I mean, that's not real.
What? Of course they're like that. Of course they're like that. They got their trucks, they got their guns, they got their beer. Of course they're like that.
I
That's
mean,
what guys are.
we wish all men were perfect, but I don't know if you're going to find that Mr. Right, and I just don't want you getting your hopes set up.
He's out there somewhere. Carrie, you've gotta support me on this. This
You
is what I believe. This is what I'm going for in my life.
You know I'll support you no matter what, and I want the best for you, but you can't just expect like this hunk of country music singing love to just walk in and sweep you off your feet.
Carl. All right, Carl. I'm about to move my horsey, Carl. All right.
It's a night.
All right. Well, yeah, then. All right. I moved my horsey, Carl.
Check. You understand that means your king is in danger. If I can mate your king, I get to shoot you.
Really, that's a rule?
That's a rule. That's the whole point of this game. I got to get rid of you because, because I just do.
All right.
I was about to monologue for you, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to explain the evil plan. I'm just going to do it. Check.
All right, Carl. Thing with the weird dot on its head to there.
Check.
Thing that looks like a round mobile home to there. You know, Carl, you know what this reminds me of, Carl? It was this film that my daddy told me about. It was an old black and white film. I think it's called The Seventh Seal.
Yeah, that's eerie. I think this is the same thing.
I don't know.
So you're saying he won a chess competition and then he just came in and swept you off your feet?
He did. It was perfect. He's the perfect man.
Oh man, I'd sure like to meet him.
Well, you know what? He's here. You can meet him.
What?
You can meet him.
Hi.
There he is.
Oh my goodness, he is like the books say.
Right?
Just exactly like it. I'm an easy character to write.
That he says all the right things?
All the time. He only says the right things.
Excuse me, just a second, ladies.
Kyle, my death was worth it. She's a real looker.
Yay! Come on back, Karen. I'm so glad. I think we added elements to your book. When I see those chapters about chess,
Yes.
gonna remember it was us. Well, I hope that we helped you somewhat in the writing process.
Yes, definitely. I'll have to look
Excellent.
up on chess, but there's Henry.
Henry,
Hi, Henry.
gotta get a cat.
He's the good
On a
one.
Zoom meeting without a cat.
No. There you go.
So-
Okay,
So,
he's done now.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 2 of Improvisations on a Theme, Creativity. Our guest tonight was Karen Sims. Give her a round of applause.
Yay!
We'll assume the audience is clapping also, but we
Okay.
can't see them. We would like to thank Nelson Velazquez and Improductions for being our producers tonight. If you want to check out Improductions at other shows, The Grid every Saturday night, you can go to improductionsllc.com, like them on Facebook, and follow lots of other online improv classes, workshops, things like that. We want to thank Karen Sims. Karen, would you like to direct people to your website, or tell them when the next book is coming out, or what are you doing right now?
What am I doing right now? I am working on Shooting Stars. It'll be the first book in a series. Again, about this time a country musician instead of a rock musician. And each subsequent book will feature one of the band members. So it won't be an ongoing story like my first series was. It was going over 25 years of essentially the same characters. The characters will be in and out of the books, but each book will focus on a different couple. And my website, I believe everything's going up in the chat.
Everything's
Correct.
in the chat. KarenSims.com, correct?
Right. And all my books are free in Kindle Unlimited. They're available on Amazon. And I don't know, that's it, I guess.
That's it. And
Thank you
we'd like
for
to thank
having me. It was fun.
you're very welcome.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
participating. And we'd like to thank you guys, the viewers, everybody who stayed and watched us through the end, all 896 of you. We will be back next week with another guest. Thank you very much. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Together we are JKLMprov, but individually we are
John.
Kate.
Lori.
and Mark. Everybody have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Has this ever happened to you? You're in the studio trying to write that new song, but all of your songs just suck.
COVID, damn. I'm green screening every day. I'm green no. How much Zoom can I do? Not a lot. No.
Well, you're in luck because this new workshop, Write That Song, teaches you to write great songs based off improv and good songwriting techniques. That means you can go from
Give me that vaccine. God, these songs suck.
to
Thank you, Gail, for giving me this power. I've written 25 songs in just 1 hour. Thanks, Gail.
So, sign up for our new workshop, Write That Song, Musical Improv and Songwriting Techniques today.
New from Fake Records, it's Songs of Death Valley. This 2-CD set includes such favorites as I'm Thirsty, Watch Out for That Snake, and Why Is It So Damn Hot? You also get Did That Cactus Just Wave at Me? Someone Please Help, and who could forget that love song, This May Be the He Talking, but I Think I Love You. The set also includes 2012 Song of the Year, Is That a Scorpion in Your Pocket, or Are You Just Happy to See Me? Call now while supplies last.